Hello everyone, I'm ImKibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where today we are going to do a test run of our nuclear power plant here, which isn't even done. But I really need to do a run through here to make sure that there's no critical issues before it actually is ready to go full throttle. Plus last time we built our Plutonium Coliseum here and it's so cool and I just need to see this bad boy running. Look at this. It already looks this incredible. Now imagine the machines running like, whoa. So today's objectives is to have everything we can run start moving and grooving. That means having some uranium waste being produced, making plutonium fuel cells, and also checking that all the belt work actually does work, and there aren't any mission critical problems with how I've designed things. And also we need to double check that everything in our control center here works as intended. And our control center has a lot of levers and pulleys, but critically our control room needs to do its functions, as in needs to show us an overview of what's going on, like hey, the uranium is coming in at the proper rates, we have enough fluids, and then if things do go wrong, our other systems to correct things work as well. Like this one here, which can redirect uranium waste to an emergency area for further processing. Or like I was saying, even to double check that the normal systems are working as intended. So yeah, pretty spooky day. So wish me luck by leaving a like, and let's get started. So down over here, I've built Project Hoos. This is just where we're organizing everything, and I've organized the goals for today. We need to make sure the belt work is actually connected and working properly. To test the emergency and the normal uranium waste systems. Same deal with the uranium fuel rods. And then we need to make sure reactors work properly. I have set up a lot of water extractors, and I mean a lot of them. I did some pretty weird like headlift mechanic-y stuff, and there's no real guarantee it will work as intended, so even those aren't a guarantee. So let's start our testing, and we're gonna test the safest part first before things go off the rails. Elevator? Works. All right, first test complete. I'm kidding. No, it's to make sure that we can dump the fuel rods before they get to the reactors. So in our control building, we have a room called the Spice Rack. And in this room, we're going to have all of the different nuclear fuel rods passing through. And how it's set up is that we have them go through these smart splitters. Nope, they're just normal splitters? Smart splitters. There we go. And with them, the overflow will go to our reactors, but they're primarily going to want to go up and over to an awesome sink. Which means with this awesome sink, if we turn it on, as it is now, all of the control rods will just be synced and we won't have to worry about any waste. Because if we're burning fuel rods, that means we're making waste. Well, until Fixonium anyway. That test will be clear enough. So over here, we're making our uranium fuel rods. Just in these manufacturers here. All of them end up in this little logistics building. And inside the logistics building, I have started to store uranium fuel rods just for this test. They're all sitting pretty in a bin. It's also gonna be our emergency backup storage, just in case we need a bunch of fuel rods for whatever reason. Either if it's to get rid of plutonium waste or what have you. For now, we're just gonna take a stack of 50 and then, I don't know, inject them into the system via a bin. And what all of them should do is go into the awesome sink. So let's just follow the belt, goes over this way, up that way, and then into the control center. Just gotta quickly beat them there. And then we just have to wait. So in a few seconds, we should see some uranium fuel rods come through here. If not, panic. Big panic. The tension's actually killing me. This is the first little test. If we already have a problem, that's going to be sad. Okay, it's been a little while here. Not seeing any fuel rods. Maybe should have followed that belt. Power? Please don't be spiking. Okay, that's good at least. The power isn't spiking. The reason that's good is because if the power did spike, that means our reactors are turning on. And if the reactors are turning on, party's already over. That means we have waste and test failed. Okay, where the heck did the 50 fuel rods go? They went right here. Oh, okay. You see, now this is the kind of belt issue I was scared of. Sometimes when you connect a belt up to a conveyor lift, they don't actually connect. Why this happens? Could be satisfactory experimental, or just sometimes that just is how it is. We call those unavoidable issues. Now it's working? No. Okay, it's getting a little weird. I think this is probably a glitch with satisfactory experimental. It's fine for this test anyway, because we're just trying to see that these fuel rods get dumped. Send them back in, up they go. Oh, I was like, how did they stop again? And then they go to here? Probably. But then it didn't go through. Oh, because I actually didn't connect up to this wall hole. I just connected through it. Oh no, there's gonna be so many problems. Oh man. Okay, there they go. We'll fix that and make it look proper in a moment. Going on through, good. Then they go down there, over that way, then up into the building. Up they go, scooting as they do. Up to here, this is our spice rack room, and they're gone. Oh, this is the output. Oh, okay. So what happened is all of those fuel rods just went into the control center. It's where we review everything. So they go there first. Then once they go through the control center, they'll end up here, go through here, and this is kind of like an output where everything then goes to the reactors. So give it a minute for everything to run through the rest of the control center. Then the rods should go onto one of these belts and end up over there. Or there'll be another belting problem. And okay, this building is not that big. There's probably already another belting problem. And we just have to find it. Maintenance, take me away. Where do we have some fuel rods going around? Don't see anywhere. Can we see them in the control room? Dudes. Okay, look, they go to the right slot in the control room here. So the green, that's for uranium fuel rods, plutonium fuel rods, then fixonium fuel rods. So hey, that's good at least. Would have been gooder if things were actually connected properly here. So they go up to here and then, oh my God. I was like, how did I do this as a move? Okay, don't know why or when that happened, but I am really, really glad we're doing these tests. Okay, that went to the spice rack room. So unfortunately, we're gonna miss everything going into the awesome sink, but we should be able to look at the awesome sink itself and see that the points spiked. Oh no, oh God, no. Oh Uh-oh, we have some nuclear fuel rods that went rogue. Okay, so we're going to immediately go to test number 2 then, seeing all the reactors boot up. Where the heck did they even go? They're straight up rogue. They're just gone. Why didn't they show up in the awesome sink? I'm not seeing any reactors turning on either though. Maybe they did go into the awesome sink? It really doesn't look like it though, because we just sent 20 fuel rods into here. We should see some kind of spike, or at least not a dip. But then we're not seeing any uranium waste either. Doesn't make any sense at all. And the mystery gets even more weird. I'm looking around here, like following each and every belt. We have a bunch of fuel rods in here and they didn't go forward though, because I didn't set this right. I tried setting these up backwards because I thought all the fuel rods are coming in this way. But now we just have the 3 sitting there. But then where did the, oh, you know where the rest went? They're in my inventory. That's funny. Okay, let's set this to any. Off they go, up and away. All right, problem solved, no biggie. Okay, and now we set that to overflow in the front there. Wait, did I already set that? Because if that was overflow and the left was set to none, those items should have gone straight forward. Only one thing to do then, more tests. Let's send another 50 down the line. And back at the spice rack here, I am not seeing any fuel rods again. But we fixed the problems. We saw the fuel rods get at least to this point. Are they even gonna be downstairs, I wonder? They're not even, what? You ever just like fix a technical problem and then the problem just happens again for no reason at all? Let me guess, they're just stuck. Now they're gone from here? What is going on? I'm losing my mind. It's the first test. This is supposed to be the easy one. We don't even have uranium waste going everywhere yet. What the heck? Unless somehow I just missed literally everything, but I feel that's oh, how did I miss it all? Man, okay, belts went fast. Sure, fair enough. There's the spike though, so we knew that the whole stack of rods went into here, so I guess we're all good. First test complete. And just to be sure, we're all super good. Power didn't spike either. No, it's usually in range here. Okay, good. No power plants booted up. First test completed. So time for the next test. We're turning this off. We're gonna use the fuel rods, as we're gonna make some waste. Some uranium waste. And for this test, we are going to be testing our emergency system. So I've copied and pasted these settings into all of these. And with the emergency happening, the goal is to redirect the uranium waste from our factory to an emergency processing area. An area which isn't actually built yet. So all of the waste is going to end up in these couple bins here to be dealt with later. Don't worry, future Kibs, you got this, smiley face. This test will also be seeing if our nuclear power plants work properly. Are the pipes fine? Are the belts fine? Who knows? We will in T-minus 2 minutes here. So with that awesome sink turned off, let's grab, I don't know, 150, maybe 200 of these bad boys, and let them rip through the rest of the system. Honestly, I am very scared. If we're gonna have a real big problem, this is probably gonna be where it happens. And considering how bad the uranium fuel rod processing stuff went, yeah, we're probably gonna have a couple more issues here as well. But what's worse is every one of those fuel rods will make, what the heck? 10 uranium waste. So that means we just will make 2,000 uranium waste here. But why is this broken again? I fixed it to make it so it would look pretty and all that jazz because we want things to be aesthetic, but that's so strange though. This must be an early access thing because I have never seen that. No matter, we fix it again. Have that go into there. Is it gonna work this time? Yeah, there go the fuel rods. Goes through the wall. Okay. And then this will go through the entire control center and then leave right next to where they go in. So the fuel rods go in there and then, yeah, for normal out, they will come out here and go to the power plants. Yeah, pass Kibs, I know this needs a test. Here I am now, doing that test. Oh, where did these come from? Why are they in... Well, isn't that interesting? I got a feeling we should get rid of that belt right there. Well, obviously some of the belt work's wrong. That's just strange. Why would it go there? I guess earlier on when we were messing with the belts, it did something else. And also, that's off. So yes, those should go there, but then they get stuck and overflow through here into the spice rack proper. And I guess they're just going through PCC out. That's for the pressure conversion cubes. That's weird. I'm gonna fix that really quick. To be fair, we could just change the signs down there and it would be fine. But all of these systems are interconnected, so I'm worried what I'd break if I don't set this properly. So, just gotta follow this belt back and connect it right. Goes up to here, second layer, to there, to here, and that goes to there? No, that's just totally wrong. Because down in our control center here, that should be for plutonium fuel rods. So the plutonium blue, plutonium fuel rods goes up through the middle here. Why that was labeled as pressure conversion cubes is not good. This is pressure conversion cubes. Goes into some smart splitter, any that way, overflow this way. Where's the overflow for this go? Oh, I know, that goes to emergency storage. So if we do have a problem with uranium waste, pretty much the plan is to make the uranium waste into plutonium fuel rods and sink them. This whole system isn't built yet though, and we don't even have the pressure conversion cubes. So this is all fine and dandy. And set right. So I guess, yeah, I just mislabeled the sign that was down over this way. So good problem, all things considered. Wait, what was this again? This then was, oh gosh. Is that gonna be the plutonium out? It should be the plutonium out. But then it's like, what is this? PCC in? But how would that be pressure conversion cubes in if the belt is to go out? Huh. I think we just add that to the to-do list. I was about to say, I'm glad we're not testing that right now, but we really should. Maybe once we actually have pressure conversion cubes. We have enough to worry about right now. Right now, it's this. Test, we're doing it. We see them, we moving, we grooving. And I don't have any fuel rods on me, no. So this is gonna be about 100 and, what was it? 200 minus 23, quick maths. 177, something like that. Now this is gonna go up into our reactors. Will it go up? Yeah, okay, the conveyor lift is working today. Cool. Belts moving, grooving. This is kinda cool. Oh wait, that's like half of them. Oh, they got split up. So some are going to this system, the rest are going, they're going up there. Okay, well that'll be fine. Let's follow this grouping and watch them get into all of the reactors. Oh, I didn't set up the water for these reactors? Gibbs, what is wrong with you? No! I didn't want to have to set this up today. Oh my. Oh, it's gonna be like 200 reactors worth of shenanigans. No. Aren't you guys so lucky that you have the boops? Wait a second, that didn't sound right. What? Where are all my pipes? Why aren't they done? There's a boop. Everything's supposed to be done. Didn't work. What do you mean? No. No. It's unironically because this might be one of the most time-consuming projects in the entire build. Connecting up the water extractors to all of the reactors themselves. Man, I forgot today was on its way. But at least out of like the 250 reactors we have already set up, some of them are actually already connected to water pretty much. Like there's like 26 over here, and like, you know, almost 150 others everywhere else. So yeah, this is gonna take probably many boots. Okay, that wasn't so bad. And past Kibbs was planning for this, so there's plenty of space to move a lot of pipe stacks through the entire factory. Like we'll move a bunch down this way, then through here and over to the reactors over there. These reactors in the middle are actually already hooked up. Good job past me. At least I did something in that faulty poop. I just connected up all of the reactors in like a line here, and now we can just bring the big stacks of pipes over to this area and distribute all the water to each set. Oh my gosh. Oh, but we're an experimental at the very least. We can build our pipeline blueprints and then we can connect them. So we have that going for us. So just put down the blueprint here. Because of 1.1, we can go to auto connect mode, yes. Lock them together, move this forward, and hey, that's like 18 different pipes we don't have to connect now. Let's move this into position properly, there we go. Oh, Probarinsky bad. Oh my gosh, though. I don't think our dimensional storage can keep up with this. Or at least it barely can. It's just the thing is, the copper sheets, they only stack in stacks of 1,000, and each one of these sets here that we're building is already 360. So you can build like 3 pipelines sometimes, and then we have to wait. Plus there's auto-connecting nonsense afoot. Oh, bud. Well, the boops might be faulty, but they're all we got. Do it again. Oh my gosh, this is a little disorienting. Where are we? Daytime? Hey, okay, past Kibbs, doing things. Tuck the pipes underneath here. Scooting over this way. This stack will have to go over to the reactors chilling over there. So that's no biggie. And then this stack is all into these machines almost. At least like the main part of it's done. Huh? Wait, what? Where'd everything go? No, we pooped back. Not like this. Oops, please. Oh my gosh, we're back, we're back. But when are we back to? What has Kibbs done? Ooh, lots. Oh my gosh, tons. All of the pipes. Jeez. This must have took like 14 hours. That's crazy. Look at all this. Reorganized all the work back there. Everything overflows this way. Dodged all of the belts and pipes there moved, and then we're moving and grooving. Okay. Yeah, we're back on track now. And all these are gonna be connected, right? Oh, yeah, bud. Ain't that a gorgeous sight? Okay, yeah, all memes aside, yeah, this took just forever, an entire day in my life. There are 90 reactors over here at least, and pretty much it's just trying to organize them so they all stacked and overflowed properly. But for the most part, thankfully, we have straight pipe build mode. which helped a lot. Just works like the belts, where you can just scoot all wherever you want, and everything's on 9-degree angles. And that mixed with horizontal and vertical build mode, everything goes up and down in 9-degree angles. You're able to make very clean looking pipes all over the place by building and deleting a bunch of supports. And all things considered, it actually wasn't too bad. It just takes time, you know? A lot of time. And speaking of, I've made you guys wait long enough. It is time to start these reactors up and see what happens with all the uranium waste. So over down this way, let's grab another bundle of fuel rods and see what happens. Let's grab, I don't know, it's 100, 200, 300? Sure, 300, that'll be 3,000 waste. Send it, and let's see what happens. Let's check the power graph one last time. Where are we at? I think we're at about 80,000 megawatts of production. So, oh my gosh. I don't know how far this is gonna jump, but probably a couple 100,000, that's for sure. This is everything actually works. But our win condition is that all of the uranium waste actually ends up on these belts after passing through our control center here, and then over to the Coliseum. Or wait, it's actually been a long time since the last boop. Are we testing for the plutonium, or are we testing for the emergency system? The emergency system, I remember now. I'm with it. I exist in the present, totally, all the time. And man, I am pretty excited. It's gonna be so cool, and all of this crazy stuff is actually moving and grooving. All the blenders, everything. Oh, whoa, wait a second. No, it'll be fine. I was just thinking we might actually crash the entire power grid as everything activates. But these blenders and all the particle accelerators activate after the reactors turn on. So we probably will be fine. The water I just thought about. If the reactors are on, the water is gonna be pumping, and each of these is fully overclocked and taking 67.2 megawatts each. We do have like more than 7 of them. It'll be fine. Either we ride or we die. Now come on down, uranium fuel rods. It's time to party. Did you see that? Well, I gotta admit, this is quite interesting. Ask Hibbs. It's making me real glad I've done these tests today, because that's where all of the uranium waste was supposed to end up. Okay, it wasn't a huge issue at all, actually. Just accidentally messed up some of the belts when I was reconnecting them. See, all these belts, they skewed underneath here and into our control room. Well, as the belts had to be redirected underneath the pipe stack, I didn't hook them up properly, and that caused problems. But changed that out, painted the fuel rod belts, and now we are ready for our proper test. And I think moving forward, for our fuel rods, we're gonna be painting those belts. Typically, I don't like to color code belts because it's annoying, but if there's ever a time, this is it. So let's try that again. 300 fuel rods in the tank. Moving in. Now rolling out. And the big goal is for when these fuel rods get burned, is that all of the uranium waste, at least for this test, goes into those couple bins there. And there are a lot of points of failure. The pipes could not work. The belts could be misaligned. There could just be a bug because we're in Satisfactory Experimental. Who knows? So exciting to find out. So all the fuel rods head down here, and they're just distributed all over the place through a variety of splitters and into our nuclear power plants. And there we go. After months, we finally have some of them online. Oh, and look at that. Did they change the steam at the top? Gorgeous. Oh, not as gorgeous. Our first barrels of uranium waste. Oh, we're gonna be making thousands of these bad boys per minute. It's not gonna be good. But for now, if everything is working as planned, everything's gonna scoot over this way on all of those other belts I was messing around with. And the waste is gonna go into there and then out to those bins. Here are the nuclear waste barrels. Oh, there they are. At least there's a couple. What's the situation? Nothing's backing up, right? There's gonna be so many things to check and like make sure it works. You know, if half the things work, I'd be pretty happy. Will half the things work? No, no. I can see it all going inside though. I kind of wanted to see our main control room as well. Of course, because of the test, but also just because it's like the first time we're having stuff running through here. It's really cool for me. I've been working on this for a long time. To see it actually work, it's a big moment. Look at it go. Little scary, but very cool. And over this way, everything looks like it's distributing correctly. Like if we have a quote unquote emergency that we're kind of testing for now, all the waste should go down there. Yeah, everything's set properly, right? Emergency waste settings. Doesn't look right, does it? Normal, emergency. Wait, did I not copy and paste the right settings? Okay, look, the test is not lost. We are now just testing for plutonium instead, smiley face. Yay! So yeah, that waste is not going into the bins. Okay, we're testing plutonium now. That was the plan the whole time. So if we're testing for plutonium, all of the waste goes through here, and then it goes into this pretty crazy 5-to-5 balancer. That's supposed to be backed up, that's part of the design. And all of the waste is evenly distributed through all of these belts. Once distributed through these belts, it's going over to a series of blenders. These blenders are going to turn the nuclear waste into non-fissile uranium. We do need a lot of waste to make this work though, so it's gonna be a minute. Right now, we're just checking to see if distribution's working. Looks like it's fine. Let's just check the set of blenders over this way though. Seems like the items are moving. Like if there's a big problem, it's probably because I forgot to connect a belt somewhere. And it's looking like everything is connected. It's still moving, right? This waste is coming from the set of reactors over there, which are all online. I loved, dude, this is so cool. Finally, it's happening, it's happening. I gotta find a power pole around here as well. I just wanna see how much power we're producing with just this little test. Gotta be a lot, right? Yeah, it's looking real good. This is like a small scale, it's looking really good. There's some problems there, but that's for future things because we have the non-fissile uranium. Let's go! And it stopped. Why did it stop? That's a problem. That's a for real problem. Oh, okay, good. But it's not a mission critical. It's just a belt. Just doesn't want to work right now. Again, I'm pretty sure this is just for satisfactory experimental here. So we just go from A to B. It's not working. Okay. Fine, it's not like a major issue. A major issue is I did some math wrong somewhere, okay? Now if that happens, I'm gonna panic a lot. Now this is very interesting. Yeah, this is just a straight up bug. It's just not connecting properly. Pros and cons of playing on experimental. Have to deal with some stuff like this, but also I had the blueprint auto connect for actually connecting up all of the reactors. So I'd say this is worth it. Okay. Now this is scooting out through here. Nuclear waste can't be destroyed. Fix it does not waste. Oh, that's even for the non-fissile stuff. That's fine, no biggie. The non-fissile here is gonna go into this balancer, just like with the uranium waste. This balances 6 belts into 6 belts this time. The main thing is that it balances it all out. So all of these systems have all the same material. Oh! Fun fact. We don't have aluminum casing though. Oh, so we don't even get to make our encased plutonium cells. Okay, not properly, but we're still gonna make that happen. Don't you worry, we'll make it happen. Let's continue reviewing our tests here because you might have noticed we don't have, I don't think we have any non-fissile uranium. Oh, we got the broccoli, baby, we got it. It's the same problem again. Okay, no biggie. Now, are we good to go? Yeah, flowing through. We're good. Okay, fantastic. And it's looking like now we're just producing the waste and it's being sent into the blenders. We're only making 3,000 waste though, right? So it's not gonna be a ton of non-fissile uranium to make our plutonium stuff. Well, that's okay. Only need a little bit. Again, we're just testing things out, make sure they all work. Probably should get this out of my inventory. Good idea, Kibs. Thanks, Kibs. Another big thing too is with all of these blenders, a byproduct is water. For the water, I'm not seeing any of it still in the system here, which is good. That means our water dumping is working. And for that, we're just sending all of the water in this one pipe over to be made into concrete. And then with this wet concrete recipe, we get rid of the water and the concrete is just synced. But a little bit of a problem here, excuse me. No, please don't be the same thing. I'm noticing a theme, guys. I'm noticing a theme. Why do you have to do this to me? Why? I have to say this bug is pretty annoying. But all things considered, I saved so much time with like auto-connecting blueprints that dealing with this bug is super worth it. Don't mind it one bit. Now, oh gosh, I didn't even look in here. Everything should be distributing correctly, right? A little bit. We're not using too many items, so we don't see everything going all over the place. But at least we see something moving, right? This area is gonna be one of my favorite places in our whole world once the whole factory is running full throttle. For now, not bad. I have some uranium waste in my inventory. That is kind of bad. Let's just put that there. Blend our forbidden Kool-Aid. And you know, I think we're gonna call this test a success. And while we are producing the waste here, hold up. We can probably actually get our other test done at the same time. Just have to be quick. Where's our control room? Is it at this level? What? I don't even know where I am. At the right place. Let's go. Okay, so now we're gonna test for the emergency system. Very quickly. Copy, paste, stops. It's going somewhere else now. Hopefully that somewhere else is where we want it to be. And it's good. That's saying emergency out. Perfect, that's exactly what we want. So just take a quick gander over here. Hopefully we're not sending uranium waste in a bad spot. No, for real? I think we're good. I can't believe, out of all the things, I really thought we're gonna run into the problem with the uranium waste, but no, it was actually just with the fuel rods. It looks like this entire system works great. What a world, and what a relief as well. I was so nervous, guys. You guys have no idea. Working for months on this project, oh my goodness. I presumed past Kibs would have goofed up a little bit more, but no, all things considered, pretty good job. And for now, we're just gonna take that extra waste. We could just store it in a box somewhere and hide it. We may as well just process it into plutonium stuff right now. Just for the funsies. Send that in there, this in there. And oh, wait, no. We still have the non-fissile uranium, but we don't have plutonium because we need the aluminum casings. How do we make aluminum casings? We're gonna use this recipe with aluminum ingots and copper, and according to my notes, we need 448 casings per minute. But according to the numbers in here, how many machines do we need? Oh, 112 casings is made per machine here? Sheesh, okay, 448 divided by 112.5, about 4 assemblers. Easy. Aluminum, we're actually good on aluminum, and then copper ingots. I think past Kibs dealt with that. Eons ago, we're making AI limiters over here. And for the AI limiters, we needed an unholy amount of quick wire. We also needed quick wire for other stuff. By making the quick wire, we used a very similar recipe where we took deuterium ingots and copper ingots to make the quick wire, right? And I think I just saw it, but we had a bunch of extra copper ingots ready for casings. But all things considered, we need like 4 assemblers. It's 75 per assembler, we just need 300. Is one of these belts a 300 belt? Did I label that anywhere? Let's find out. There's 0% chance I did, but it would... Oh! I even labeled it! I'm the best! I am the best! Past Kibs! All of the medals! All of them! All of them! You're a champion and a scholar! I can't believe I labeled that! I am so happy. I'm so happy. I am so happy. Okay, it's this belt. It's on the left. It goes uppies, goes to here. Oh, I can't believe it. All right, then we're having plutonium for dinner tonight. We got the goods. And as for the aluminum, well, if you haven't seen the earlier parts of this Let's Play, the first big project we really did was collect up all of the bauxite in the entire world and produce it into aluminum ingots, because we're gonna be using all of the aluminum in the world here. So it scoots through this way, through a bunch of machines and into our main base. And once inside, it enters the production pit. Our beautiful, beautiful production pit here. Unfortunately, I built the aluminum setup wrong. We'll deal with that issue more so in a future episode. It's more so a quick fix. The important thing here is we still have more than enough aluminum to get our plutonium started. And since this is just a test, we'll just do a little test drone port. Let 597.33 a ingot out and scrounge a bunch of ingots from our poorly working system over here. And back over at the nuclear power plant, I have a drone port all set and ready to accept the goods. Except initially, I thought I was gonna bring the casings over, but negative, Ghost Rider. We're bringing the ingots themselves. Might be a little bit of a problem doing that though, because we're gonna be transporting like 600 items per minute over 4,000 meters. But if we do need another drone, oh, it's already gone. We have another drone port right next door, ready and available. So that just leaves bringing over the copper, which won't be a big deal actually. We have so much infrastructure built in this plant, all we really have to do is add in like one belt to a belt highway and the project's done. And wow, look at that, the project's done. So everything is being belted over to our casings area. There's only 4 machines, so I just stuck them over by our Coliseum. Because the aluminum ingots will be heading down this way, and then just underneath will be the copper. There we go, took a minute. So inside now, after we go through the spaghetti, and look, okay? It had to be spaghetti down here, it's too crazy. But it's fine, it's fine. After the spaghetti, everything comes up this way and scoots into 4 cozy assemblers. Just have a blueprint, works great, GG easy. As for the casings, they'll get stored up here and then go downstairs to be distributed into all the particle accelerators, both in this room and in the Coliseum, where we can finally watch everything come online and look even better than this. Can you imagine? I can't. So everything starts up at once though. We're just gonna cut that off and wait for our aluminum. Oh my gosh, and there it is. That took forever. You just had to travel to the other side of the world. What's the big deal? And our transfer rate? Probably terrible. Yeah, that's not good. That's not exactly 600. We might even need 3 drone ports, in fact. Future Kib's problem though. Right now, the goods are in. The ingots are gonna be skeeting over this way. That is, if literally any conveyor lift in the world would work. Yeah, then we'd be fine. Thank you. Oh, but wait, watch this, watch this. Oh, now you wanna work. Oh, sure, okay. It's all good though, because the goods are moving, meaning the casings will be grooving, and we're gonna have them build up quite a bit in a bin at the end of the assembler line, because I wanna have a lot of casings just ready to shoot into the rest of the system, because the rest of the system is sitting and waiting with the non-fissile uranium. Then with all the casings, all these machines will turn on at once, and it'll look really cool. So in the meantime, we can temporarily boost these up. And you know what? I'm just gonna set up that other drone port as well. Like, we already know it's not gonna work as is. Well, now we'll have that ready for future Kibs. Oh wait, and this is perfect. You know what I forgot to do? I didn't set up one of the drones at the drone port back at our base. So technically, we'll have 1, 2, and then 3 drones in this loop. And if each port can handle 173 items, 173 times 3 is problem solved, baby. Wait, no, we need 597.33 per minute. It's not solved. Okay, future Kibs, good luck, have fun. We're just gonna begin the test now. The lighting's in a good spot, and I want the best lighting for when we go into the Coliseum and see everything rocking and rolling. So how many casings do we have? 600? That won't last 5 minutes, but it's all the time you really need, isn't it? Straight build mode. Default build mode. Send it in there. Everything goes into the rest of the system to be distributed. And we're good. Yeah, everything's good, good, good. It's just like a basic overflow system. Nothing too complicated. And there's some go. I've waited a long time for this, guys. A long time. Got like 630 hours in this world. Probably 200 of which has been in this nuclear power plant. So seeing some plutonium and loops going is something I've been waiting forever for. Anytime now. Screw it, let's just float in the middle here. See what comes online first. Now just a question of which turns on first. Probably something over here, because it like overflows from there off to the side and to the other side. I hear one. It's happening. Where is it happening? I don't see it. Am I blind? Yes, but how do I not see this? Oh, Billy. It's you, the chosen one. Oh, now they're all warming up. Yes, dude. Cool. We're doing it. We're making plutonium cells in my poor power graph. Wait, none of the reactors are online. Uh-oh. That means our power grid is running off batteries. I don't care. This won't be running for a long time. Batteries can hold out, right? Right. Just enjoy the moment. Watch the loops. Where's my standing position? Right over here? Perfect. Yeah, it's not bad, but it will be considerably better when we finally have this plant fully operational. And we're not just testing for now. Speaking of, our belts all good? Everything moving and grooving? We used vertical splitters and mergers for this project. Looks like they're working. Yeah, everything's fine. No belting problems. Good. And downstairs in the mess, what we got going on? Everything's trying to offload, but I'm not seeing any items stuck on belts. That means nothing's backing up. Okay, I think we did it. These loops going too. Fantastic. Did some weird stuff with the belt work here, trying to snug in all of the inputs and outputs on one tile, but seems like that worked out great. And everything ends up going across this belt from the Coliseum, and then there's just a bunch of mergers over here for this room. Scoots up this way and into this bin where we have our encased plutonium. This is also why I wasn't too worried to run this test, because making the encased plutonium compacts the uranium waste. Remember, we made like 3,000 uranium waste with all the fuel rods we put into the system. And that's gonna compact into like maybe, I don't know, 3-4 stacks of encased plutonium cells, which are only moderately radioactive too. So no biggie. The batteries, they survived just fine. Yep, already recharged. So then, that's it. Our checklist is complete. The belt works connected properly. The emergency uranium waste system worked. Normal waste worked. The dump in the control center was fine, and the reactors were working properly, as far as we can tell anyway. And all things considered, I don't think things could have gone much better than how they did. And I'm really glad that's the case too, because we are not gonna be seeing our nuclear power plant here for quite some time now. Because our next goal is to make pressure conversion cubes, which will allow us to turn those encased cells into plutonium fuel rods. But the pressure conversion cubes, well, let's just say they have very little chill. So they will be a huge project, which we're gonna be building in our main base here, which will allow us to finally complete it, and then we'll be able to complete our nuclear power plant proper. And once we have all the power from the power plant, we'll be able to beat the game. However, though, that is gonna be all for now. But if you enjoyed, remember to subscribe for more. And until then, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.